We've learned a lot of ways to get material into the timeline and how to tweak it once it's there. But there are still more useful techniques for both editing and organization, some of which we'll learn in this hodgepodge chapter 6 of many different useful post-production techniques. Specifically in this movie, we're going to explore the replace edit. All right, so I just have a scratch sequence here. This first shot is of them pouring coffee. This is for the coffee IPA. And then here we have Casey working in the brewery. I'm going to start here. And what I want to do is actually cut to a couple of different other shots of him pouring the coffee. And we already know plenty of ways to do this. I could do some overwrite edits very easily. But I want to show you how to get this done using the replace edit. So I'm going to bring myself to the moment where I want to cut, maybe about right there. And then I'm going to cut just my video. And the way that you do that is you hold down Option or Alt on a PC with your razor tool. So I'm just going to press C and then Option click, and I've made my edit. And now I want to go get the shot that I want to cut to. And so I'm going to come to this one right here, coffee pour from above. And I've already marked an in point. So all you need is one in point, and you just drag it down. And if you drag it down with no modifier key, you can see that it's really not going to fit within the constraints of this clip. But if I hold down Option or Alt on a PC, you can see that it shrinks into the perfect duration. And then when I release, I've made my edit. So I'll just play over this. Okay. And if you want to do it again, you certainly can. So I'm just going to press C and then Option click. And I have another shot of this. Okay, you can see that it goes from a close-up and then backs out. But I've set my in point here. And then I'll go ahead and Option drag, and I'll release, and I've made my edit there. All right, and the audio is maintained throughout, and it belongs to this first clip. All right, let's do something very similar, but this time I'm going to match up a very specific action. Here Casey's looking inside the brew kettle, and then he shuts the lid, and then moves on to work with other equipment. So I want to find a similar shot of him looking, and it's this one right here. And this one's in close-up. So he's looking inside and then closes the lid. Okay, so that is the moment that I want to sync up. Instead of marking an in and an out, I'm going to rely on the playhead this time. Okay, so no marking of in or out points. All I'm going to do is come to the point where I want to cut, which I think I want to cut right on the lid closing there. And again, I'm going to enable my razor tool and then just Option click, and I'll go back to my selection tool V. And now all I want to do is just park my playhead on the moment where I want to match up. Okay, so here he puts the lid down, and here he puts the lid down there. Okay, so we've got our playhead in the source, our playhead in the timeline. And now I'm simply going to right-click on this clip, and I'm just going to do video only, so I'm going to Option click or Alt-click on a PC, because if I just clicked, it would get my audio as well. So I'll Option click here, and then right-click, and I want to come up to Replace with Clip, From Source Monitor, Match Frame. All right, so we've talked about match frame before, but this is a special type of match frame that's going to match up the playheads and perform the edit. Okay, and here we have the close-up. And he closes the lid, and then we back out to the long shot. I'll go ahead and play it. So as you can see, replace edits are great ways for you to very quickly swap out material, either with in or out points, or by using the playhead location as the reference point for the swap.